All right, the lineups we got today. So in purple for the Rosebuds, we have number 10, Smash Tag, 129, Raining Madness, 13, Fulagora, 2, Donut Mess with Me, 252, Pack Animal, your captain, 29, The Rubinator, 43, Madelweiss, 456, Wicked Willow, 6464, Lady Gotcha, 75, Lemmy Adam, 8, I'll See You Later, 828, Strawberry Short Fuse, 84, Ferocious, 904, Ruby Slippers, 911, Ghost Pepper.
And lead jam, I'll See You Later for the Rosebuds in purple this morning. The Mike Club of the Rocky Mountain Roller Punks in red.
Nelsie makes it through with 4, with Rocky Mountain sneaking away with 1.
Oh, that's how close it is. If you're just joining us, jam not over until the fourth whistle blast. The jammers are the ones scoring the points. First time through the pack, battling to become lead jammer. In red for the Mike Club, Rocky Mountain Roller Punks, 13 Jawbreaker, 18 Nusi, 180 Black Star, 19 Terranay Round, one of the founding members of the league. Number 2 Catastrophic, 24 is 2x4, 26 Reverse Chaology, 303 Jax. Number 5, Mad Madeline. 55, Poison Ivy. 789, Hannah Bork Rage. And should that be Hannibalic? Either way. But number 90, Wee Bonnie Bruiser, the captain today.
With Ruby Slippers quickly through behind her. Some good offense there on Rocky Mountain, making a hole there so Jammer could get through.
And a back block called on the pivot for Rocky Mountain at the end of the jam.
So each team will start with a pivot in the box. At the line, we've got Donut Mess with Me for the Rosebuds and Jawbreaker for Rocky Mountain.
Talk about food this early. We brought that up yesterday. I'm gonna say Jawbreaker is food related and not based on a true story.
Let's hope not. Ooh, we've got a quick race with Donut Mess with Me, the lead jammer, calling it off there to prevent Jawbreaker from scoring those points.
Right. Best case scenario there would have been for a penalty on one jammer and then the other continue into a power jam. Otherwise, both would have scored and scored simultaneously.
At the line, we've got I'll See You Later taking on... having a hard time seeing that number.
Hunkered down, ready to jam. There we go.
And that is Reverse Chaology. Again, quick on the heels of I'll See You Later.
Yeah, I'll See You Later, second lead jam in as many jams this morning. And 4 points. Yes, 4 points, making it official now.
4 and 2 for Rocky Mountain. Again, these quick jams happening at the start of this game.
The winner of this game will meet the Kalamazoo Killer Bees at 5 p.m. Mountain Time. So that would be 4 Central. We'll figure out the math later. But anyway, point is, they'll play that game and continue in the battle for 5th place.
All right, looks like we've got jamming for Rocky Mountain, number 13, Jawbreaker again, taking on, looks like we've got Ghost Pepper for Rosebuds. That Rocky Mountain defense doing a good job of holding Donut Mess with Me. Ghost Pepper back.
More food.
And it looks like we've got a cap pass from Fulagora. We've got Jawbreaker there, recycled by Madelweiss.
More defense than we've seen in this game so far. especially this single jam the last 40
Yeah.
seconds or so.
We've got Jawbreaker through for another scoring pass. Oh, we have a track cut on Jawbreaker. That'll give Power Jam for Rose City. A force out there by Wee Bonnie Bruiser.
Oh!
Another big hit by Wee Bonnie Bruiser. And there's the end of that jam. Rocky Mountain picking up 4 points there.
Yep. Could
Rocky,
be a close one.
yeah, well, a power start here for Ruby Slippers on the Rosebuds with the Jammers standing for Rocky Mountain, apologize.
So fewer than 10 seconds to serve. It is a rule. They must stand in the penalty box.
Rosebuds pivot as well as another blocker to the box. That'll put them 2 down in the wall. Ruby Slippers through for a thrower. Ooh, some fancy footwork there by Jawbreaker, dancing around the line. And Ruby Slippers calls it again before more points could be scored there. We've got a tie game now at 15-15. This is a nice tight start to the very beginning of the day.
Yeah, 7-4 on that jam. Net 3 for the Rosebuds, and that was 4 points out of the penalty box. So, yeah, net 3 and only 3. Makes it a tie game.
We got Donut Mess With Me for Rosebuds taking on Reverse Chaology for Rocky Mountain. And Donut Mess With Me makes it through for Lee Jammer with Reverse Chaology quickly behind.
Calling off the jam while approaching the pack, and that's good for 2 points.
At the line, we've got I'll See You Later with up against Jawbreaker. Both teams at full strength at their walls. For so early in the morning, these players are definitely, they've got the energy. I'll See You Later breaks through, but quickly followed by Jawbreaker. Ooh, both jammers. Jawbreaker forces the call off there.
Jammers free to engage each other anywhere on the track.
So at the line, we've got Lady Gotcha jamming for the first time up against Reverse Chaology for Rocky Mountain. And Lady Gotcha to the penalty box. That'll be a power jam for Rocky Mountain. And Reverse Chaology is lead jammer.
Yes. Go ahead.
A big hit there by Smash Tag taking the jammer out. 2 jammers from Rocky Mountain into the box now.
Purple Jammer released, and the 2 blockers remain for red. Still seated.
And Lady Gotcha breaks through. Ooh, and a big hit there by Pack Animal, forcing the recycle.
3 blockers out for Rocky Mountain, 2 standing, so that makes it able to have actually 3 blockers. And okay, now 1 released.
So Rocky Mountain picks up another 4 there. We have a lead change going back and forth almost each jam.
High scoring jam so far was by Ruby Slippers 3 jams ago with 7.
We've got Ruby Slippers up again against Jawbreaker. And Ruby slips around the outside. With Jawbreaker powering through. The big jump by Ruby Slippers, but unable to land it. Calls that off. Neither team will take any points home on that one.
Immediately called off the jam when realizing, okay, not gonna land upright inbounds, or at least inbounds with 1 wheel. Not gonna give it anything as far as time or points.
Nope. All right, up at the line we've got Ghost Pepper and Reverse Chaology. Both teams full strength walls. Smash Tag playing some offense there. And Ghost Pepper makes it through with Rocky Mountain player sent to the penalty box. Okay, and Rose City will pick up 2 points there. 0 for Rocky Mountain. We've got another tie game.
And 2 points was all that needed to be done. 19-19.
Got Jawbreaker for Rocky Mountain up against LCU later. Rocky Mountain down 1 player in the penalty box. Jawbreaker got caught there almost through by Lemmy Adam, who's now going to the box. There goes Jawbreaker past as your lead jammer. They'll see you later now through.
Spun, and again another immediate call off, but no points.
Looks like
4 points. There it is.
4 points, able to spin through and grab those.
Gotta wait till it's official. But I thought I saw points.
Yeah, you can see the coaches trying to tell what it is, but yeah, you gotta wait.
That is the widest gap in the score yet.
23-19. You got Donut Mess With Me pushing at the front there with Pack Animal heading to the box, and Donut Mess With Me makes it through.
Okay, I tell a lie. It was 4 points in Jam 2. But aside from that, this is as far away as it's been since the beginning.
Oh, big hit there by Catastrophic. We've got 2 jammers in the box for each team, so it's 2-on-2, 2 walls, and we've got Reverse Chaology is through, followed by Donut Mess With Me also through. Both teams are probably wanting to get some of their players out of the box. Lemmy Adam by herself out there. Oh, big hit. That was some good offense there by, well, Lemmy Adam, but she's to the box now. We got one of the few that we've seen go the full 2 minutes.
3-2 on the last trip. 6 forward is net 3.
And we have an official review. being called, it looks, by Rose City.
Okay, 7-4 that is. Yes, net 3 for the Rosebuds. 26, 7-9. Okay, counting all those points. I wonder if that's what the official review's about.
Ticking up there slow.
So, okay, 7-9. Yes, 26-32. I want to make sure all the points are counted.
33. Another
33.
point coming in
All
there.
right. Sold. 10. Okay. 33-26. Not sure if the official review will, well, I don't know. Maybe they're reviewing something else. We'll find out when you find out. So, okay, net 3 points for the Mite Club for that one. As the Derby turns. The winner, again, of this game still in the battle for 5th place. And specifically will face Kalamazoo, 5 p.m. on this track. That is 5 p.m. Mountain Time. That would be 6 Central, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific.
Here's some singing out there in the crowd.
I missed what that was, and hopefully we don't get dinged for anything copyrighted. No, it doesn't. It didn't sound too original there.
So we saw some big hits there by Catastrophic. Fun fact about Catastrophic, likes to take long walks in the rain. I think they practice those hits out there in the in the rain.
Now the runner-up of this game, let me try to follow along here. It actually, we don't have the game numbers on that bracket I'm looking at across the way though, but the actual bracket with times is pretty early on in the 2019 JRDA Championships Facebook group. It was also posted on Twitter, and probably easiest to find right now, juniorrollerderby.org. Hopefully your home team has also posted when they're playing next. That'd be awesome of them.
All right. Rocky is looking for a four-on call on the Rose Jammer. The officials decided that it's not warranted. Rocky will not
for a forearm call on the Rose Jammer.
Thank you.
Here we go.
And not going to get it. But it was worth the discussion if you think you see something there.
All right, and Jawbreaker's through his lead jammer with Ruby Slippers still fighting back at the pack. And makes it through. Jawbreaker through on a scoring pass and calls it off for another 4 points for Rocky Mountain.
Now an 11-point lead just in the last couple jams. Okay, yes. The last 3 jams, Rocky Mountain 18, Rosebuds 7. Last 4 jams, 9-18 in favor of Rocky Mountain.
And we have Nusi jamming for Rocky Mountain for the first time, up against LCU Later for Rose City. LCU Later breaks through as the lead. And Nusi is through. 3 blockers in the penalty box for Rocky Mountain.
Second time that's happened in about 3 or 4 jams.
One quickly making it out before the end there. That'll make a wall of 2 for Rocky Mountain. Portland at full strength.
So 7-point game now, following that 4-point jam.
All right, we've got Donut Mess With Me up against Jawbreaker.
Wonder if Donut ever got to see Krispy Kremer in years past.
Is that another player?
From the New Jack City Rollers and formerly Gainesville.
And Donut Mess With Me through with Jawbreaker quickly behind. calls it quickly, flipping around to get the hips around the other players to score those points. Picking up 4.
About the quickest 4-point jam we've seen. 34 now, 37, 3-point game.
Yeah, you blink in this one where you'll miss a whole bunch.
Last 4 jams, 14 red, 15 purple.
And Nusi is back up at the jammer line alongside Ruby Slippers for Portland. And Ruby Slippers is through as the lead jammer for Portland. And it looks like Rocky Mountain has another 2 blockers to the penalty box. Ooh, Ruby Slippers tried to slip through on the inside, not able to do so.
Well, Slippers a middle name.
Oh, there you go. And so Nusi still caught there by the Portland defense. Ruby Slippers getting some assist from Smash Tag.
That's a lead change.
Looks like Madelweiss will be going to the penalty box for a cut track. Ooh, and a successful cap pass to Bonnie Bruiser.
Captain of this game. Not able to come back around in time.
I gotta say that was a pretty clean cap pass. Bonnie Bruiser snuck around, reached over, and snatched it right out of the hand.
46-37, that 12-point jam. That is a record for this game. Rosebuds now on a 20.3 jam rally.
All right, we've got Jawbreaker alongside Lady Gotcha. Both jammers starting intertwined.
Almost like a twister mat on the track.
Yeah, quite tough. Jawbreaker sneaks through the inside there.
First lead jam in 4.
Lady Gotcha is through. So is Jawbreaker. Quick this time around the outside.
Oh.
Ooh, big hit by Lemmy Adam, forcing the call off.
And so 3-2-3 for Rose City. And on that last trip there, so 3-6, net 3 for the Mike Club.
Still a very close game here, 49-43. All right, Bonnie Bruiser's taking the star cap, and we've got Ghost Pepper for Rose City. Nice offense there by Smash Tag, making a big hole for Ghost Pepper to make it through. Ghost Pepper slips their way through. Bonnie Bruiser having a little tough time getting past that Portland defense. Ghost Pepper through on a second scoring pass, calling it off before Rocky Mountain can take home any points.
9:15 to go in the period, and 8 points scored, unanswered points.
Yeah, Portland's doing a good job of just slowly chipping away there. Looks like we've got Jawbreaker up at the line for Rocky Mountain alongside LCU later again for the Rosebuds All-Stars.
Last 5 jams, 31-6 in favor of the Rosebuds.
Both teams deciding to suck back close to that line. And Jawbreaker makes it through his lead. Rocky Mountain doing a good job of holding LCU later, who's now through. Ooh, Jawbreaker, some fancy footwork there on the inside line.
Quality derby there, 4 points scored, and 10-point game.
Looks like we have Donut Mess With Me up against Reverse Chaology. Rocky Mountain starting 2 down in the penalty box. Portland down 1.
Of note, that was in 6 jams, the first scoreless jam for the Rosebuds.
Hard hits there by Bonnie Bruiser. Ooh, and Reverse Chaology to the penalty box, so that'll be a power jam for Portland. And Donut Mess With Me through, and Portland playing some hard offense there. Ooh, another pivot to the box now, leaving just one. Oh, another one coming out here. Able to trip Donut up, but
That is the 3rd time that has, and musical chairs now in the penalty box again for Rocky Mountain. 3rd time in this period that they have at least momentarily had 3 blockers out.
yeah, they're gonna have to be careful here not to have anybody foul out this game. You have to watch that.
And again, had to check in, go back and play because there's only 2 chairs and both are seated.
That's right, Bill. That individual will have to serve after they come out. Big hit there by number 2. Catastrophic. Definitely a catastrophic hit.
And catastrophic, good awareness there with the penalty box. Saw a blocker standing and left the track immediately.
Yeah, not always easy to kind of pay attention to that and play at the same time. Ooh. And Donut Mess With Me calls it.
All right, Star was passed there, and jam was called right after that. So 13 points, 3 scoring trips complete, plus 1 at the end, makes 70 now to 47.
All right, at the line we've got Ruby Slippers taking on Jawbreaker.
Okay, so that's 14 in the last jam, 71 now.
And there was a timeout. I did not see who. Ooh. Official timeout.
So if you're new to watching this sport of roller derby, welcome, and we hope we can help you pick things up a little at a time. It is can be quite an involved sport, but lots of fun to watch once you know what you are watching for.
And a cut track for Jawbreaker. That'll give Rose City another power jam. Ruby Slippers makes it through as lead.
Second jammer penalty in this many jams.
Ruby Slippers breaks through for 4 points. Rocky Mountain's going to add another blocker to their wall. It looks like that is catastrophic. Ferocious playing some offense there for Ruby Slippers and able to get through. Calls it off before Jawbreaker is able to get back to the pack.
And 8 points it is, making 79 to 47.
Reverse Chaology for Rocky Mountain, playing up against Lady Gotcha. This is Lady Gotcha's last year. She'll be aging up. She's been playing, I think, since she about 10 years now. Reverse Chaology pushing almost through and a back block call. That'll be is that a third power
penalty
jam
in as
a row?
many jams, yes. Last 9 jams, 60 to 24 in favor of the Rosebuds. It really has opened up in the last 10 minutes or so.
And Gotcha's pushing, able to keep it through. Rocky Mountain doing a really good job of holding her just to really make sure that those not to capitalize too much on this power jam. Good offense there, though, by Folagora. And Reverse Calogy is back out on the track, looking to get through for her first pass. Oh, and slick around the edge, but they're going to call a cut track on that, so Lady Gotcha will go to the box. So that'll switch us now to where Rocky Mountain will have a power jam.
This may just be the second jammer penalty for the Rosebuds, by my counts, which could be off plus or minus one.
Rocky Mountain doing some good offense there, splitting the Portland pack apart so that Reverse Calogy could get through. Forearm called there on Smash Tag. That'll leave Portland with 2 blockers now. Some good offense there by Black Star there, keeping a space open. A big hit by Folagora. Both jammers caught in their packs. And the jam ends. So we'll look like we've got another 4 for the Rosebuds on that jam and 2 for Rocky Mountain, bringing it to Rocky Mountain 14 with Rose City picking up 8.
Yep, next net 6 for Rocky Mountain. But yeah, with those 8 points, the gap now 87-61.
All right, we've got Jawbreaker up against Ghost Pepper. Both teams down. Smashing Ghost Pepper into the wall there. Forearm called on. And Ghost Pepper makes it through his lead jammer.
2 blockers in the box. Wee Bonnie Bruiser was the one just called out, and 78.
And Ghost Pepper sneaking through for 4 points and calls it.
So the next jam can last a full 2 minutes or until the lead jammer calls it off. The clock will may expire, but again, the jam can last 2 minutes nonetheless.
Something when I first started watching Derby that would always confuse me is when it looks like a track cut where the jammer goes out, but they're able to keep going. And so if the blocker who takes them out also goes out of bounds or falls, that allows the jammer to keep moving without having to go back and come back in behind the other blockers.
That's right, and a lot of times it comes down to the coaches, especially the third base coaches, we call them, to point that out, because the jammer may not have noticed that, though they're also so cognizant of any possibility for a cut that they will go back and correct anyway, and everyone groans, but they're not the ones out there competing. You know, we have a wide view of what's happening.
That's true. I mean, it's definitely something they don't want to mistake. So unless they've got it clear, it's better to be safe than sorry there.
Clock stops at 1:11 to go in the period.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the winner of this game will meet Kalamazoo later today. The runner-up will continue to play, and again, all slots will be filled. We have 2 divisions and 10 places to fill, and all teams will continue to skate until it's all over on Sunday evening.
And it appears that the Rocky Mountain... the Rosebuds asked for a track cut on the Rocky Mountain jammer there, and they actually did give it. So maybe as we were just talking about, maybe it was a clean takeout. So that'll give a power start to LCU later for the Rosebuds.
And with that, that is the fourth jammer penalty in 4 jams for Red. If the jammer is not on the track, they can't score. But then, with offense and defense happening at the same time, then, Rocky Mountain could go for a penalty kill and stop the scoring as much as legally possible.
It can be tough to find that where that line is. So I'll see you later comes from a Derby family. Coach Headache is her parent, and her younger sister, Mad Hatter, plays at the lower level Pebbles League. Tells us one day she plans to be a better jammer than her sister.
Okay.
And I'll see you later slides right through.
And 4 points scored.
And Rocky Mountain has another player going to the box, but another one coming out, so they'll trade positions.
Right, 2x4 seated, and jammer has been sent back into play, soon to be seen on the screen.
Ooh, and Portland leaves a hole there, and Reverse Caliche slides through on their initial pass. I'll see you later calls it before Reverse Caliche can pick up points.
Always 30 seconds between jams, so if a team does not call a timeout here, then this will do it for the period. 11 points scored, 102 now to 61. 15 points in the last 2 jams unanswered.
And there is the whistle for halftime.
Oh, there is the whistle for halftime.
We will be back in about 15 minutes. Once again,
So 15-minute halftime, as always, and we will be back with lots more Derby action, just getting started with Saturday, day number 2 of the Junior Roller Derby Association Championship Tournament, live from Loveland, Colorado, right here on WFTDA.tv.
Welcome back to the 13th game of the female division in the JRDA World Championships. We've had a great time this morning with the Rocky Mountain Roller Punks taking on the Rose City Rollers Rosebuds All-Stars. And see if for those who missed it or haven't been paying attention, Rose City is at 102 versus Rocky Mountain 61. Been a very, very, very interesting and tight game today.
The scoring so far, just trying to put it into words, it's been in and out as far as the gap goes. Rocky Mountain Roller Punks, the Mike Club, all of their points, by my counts, unofficially, were by 2 and only 2 jammers. 34 points for number 26, Reverse Chaology, but also of note, Reverse Chaology with 5 penalties. 7 is the end of the day or the end of the game for you. If you foul out, you can still play in the next game, but it's not this one. 27 points, the other 27 points for the team in red by number 13, Jawbreaker. On the other side, for the Rosebuds, kind of spreading the jammer love, but 27 points each unofficially for Donut Mess With Me, number 2. Also 904 Ruby Slippers at 27 points, 23 for number 8, LCU Later, 12 for 911 Ghost Pepper, 11 for 6464 Lady Gotcha, adding up to about 102 points. But yeah, 16 penalties for the Rosebuds, 31 for the Rocky Mountain Roller Punks, the Mike Club. Another, 5 penalties for Catastrophic. Anabolic Rage with 4. So take note of that.
They're definitely going to want to watch that. And I did a player count during halftime, and they came into the game with just 10. So they can't afford to lose anybody at this point.
Oh, man, this is reminiscent of the, I believe, the 2014 or it's 15 Southeast Regional Tournament that came down between the Duval All-Stars and the Hoosier Bruisers. And the Hoosier Bruisers, with foul-outs and injuries, came within about 2 or 3 minutes of actually having to concede. The lack of skaters.
Oh, and so Jawbreaker makes it through, but gets called on a track cut there. So Donut Mess With Me has a power jam. Big hit there by the Rubinator, clearing a path for Donut Mess With Me, is now lead. Rose City holding Bonnie Bruiser as a what they call a goat there to ensure that Donut Mess With Me is able to get through.
Keeping that blocker from playing defense.
Looks like that was Wicked Willow and Raining Madness holding Bruiser back. Donut Mess With Me through for another pass. Ooh, Donut Mess With Me tries to jump there, but the wheels just don't allow her to stick it.
So resets behind Terran around.
Donut Mess With Me calling it quickly there. All right, at the line, we've got LCU later up against Reverse Chaology.
10 points on the last jam, making 112 now to 61. And going back to the first period, 10 in that jam, 11 in a previous jam, 4 before that. So a 3-jam, 25-point rally continuing into this period for the Rosebuds.
Rosebuds down 1 jammer in the penalty box, and Bruiser is sent to the penalty box there for Rocky Mountain. I'll see you later is through as lead jammer. Ooh, and slides around the outside. Anabolic Rage playing some good offense there to get the jammer through. And I'll see you later makes it through and calls it.
So 4 points on the previous pass, 8 on that one, making 120 now to 61 as the Rosebuds appear to be pulling away. That is 4 jams now, 15, 25, 33 points.
All right, we've got Ruby Slippers up against Jawbreaker. Both teams with 3, and Jawbreaker slides around the inside. Ferocious playing some good offense there, getting Ruby Slippers through. Just as the jammer starts coming around. Big hit there by Raining Madness, forcing the call off.
The emphatic leaping style call off, and it was in time, but 0 points for either.
You know, I'd have to say there's some jammers have their own distinct style there in calling off a game.
As long as the referees see it, none of this mini. No, you got to be seen. And in fact, it came up yesterday in the chat. A jammer touching their head, hips,
all the way up, all the way down. I guess you got to be overt and clear. All right, we've got Lady Gotcha up against Reverse Chaology. Reverse Chaology doing a good job of breaking that Portland wall down to get through as lead.
2 in a row for Red.
Lady Gotcha through. Reverse Chaology getting through and calling it for 4 points.
First 4 points of the period, making 65 now. And second 0 jam for the Rosebuds as soon as we were talking about the score piling up, but it is 120-65, still most of this period to go.
All right, we've got Jawbreaker for Rocky Mountain and Ghost Pepper for the Rosebuds All-Stars. Again, Jawbreaker sneaking through on that line.
Backwards through the pack.
Ooh, big hit there by Bruiser to Ghost Pepper. That will send her to the penalty box. Okay, the Portland defense there trying to hold Jawbreaker. And calls it before Ghost Pepper could get back around the track.
4 points scored. That is the third lead jam in a row for the Mite Club.
All right, at the line, we've got Reverse Chaology with Donut Mess With Me. Both teams have their pivots in the box. I'm noticing a lot of the jams here are starting with the jammers kind of interlocking themselves and jockeying for position. Donut Mess With Me quickly through for power or for lead.
Actually, pass not earned there. Not everybody pass upright and inbound. So
good catch.
Still eligible to score once you break through the pack, so that is worth mentioning. However, lead jam red, and I am surprised the jam is still going on. Not speaking as a coach, but just from past
I think
experience.
they won at least a couple points here, it looks like. There's
There it
the
is.
call off. Yep.
Because the opposing jammer is one lap up on you. They're scoring. You just earned lead, but it does come up 3-3, so it's a wash at least.
Yep. Sometimes you have to wonder what the strategy is here, but it might just be to pick up those points. Or like you mentioned earlier, there's always a chance the other jammer could get a penalty.
Or run the clock out, for that matter, at this point.
Yep. LCU later giving Jawbreaker a bit of a nudge there.
Multiplayer block called on one of the Rosebuds. Lead jam purple.
With Jawbreaker quickly behind. And calls it. But, ooh. Picking up 4 points and 0 for Rose City.
Whoa! Jam not over until the fourth whistle blast. That's why they keep skating.
That's true.
Let's see. Mite Club and the last 4 jams. 15 to the Rosebuds 3.
Both jammers caught in the other team's defensive walls there. Oops, some offensive help there by Lemmy Adam, and it looks like Reverse Chaology is through as lead.
Rocky Mountain ruling the lead jammer game in the last 5 or 6 jams.
A multiplayer block on Lemmy Adam, and then
high block on an opposing blocker.
And Ghost Pepper is through. Oh, that'll be the 6th penalty for Reverse Chaology, so she's going to have to be careful here. Ghost Pepper is breaking through.
This jam will go the full 2-minute time limit since the lead jammer was called out. 4 points scored by Purple.
So here in the power jams, what you'll see some teams do is hold back here to draw the pack out to force the other blockers to have to step out of the way of the jammer. It's another 4 points for Ghost Pepper. Reverse Chaology is back on the track.
That's immediately set upon by 3 of the Rosebuds, 1 bridging, as we mentioned before, and that is time.
That'll be 10 points for the Rosebud All-Stars on that jam.
133-76, under 20 minutes to go. The winner of this game will advance in this continuing battle for 5th place.
Now we've got Jawbreaker up against Ruby Slippers. And again, that signature line there that Jawbreaker threw. Good offense there by Wicked Willow. Ruby Slippers is through. Ooh, Jawbreaker on the outside.
Nicely done, and 3 points. Jawbreaker with 38 points in this game.
All right, Donut Mess With Me up against Reverse Chaology. Both teams at full strength in their walls. Reverse Chaology caught there between Short Fuse and Pack Animal. Looks like Pack Animal's going to the penalty box. And Reverse Chaology recycled there by Fulagora.
Star stash at the moment. There is a pivot, but the pivot engaged with the opposing jammer. The jammer can pass the star to the pivot, but that looks unlikely. Well, no, there we go. They finally met up.
And that was to Newsy, forcing that call off by Donut Mess With Me.
Right, because otherwise Red would have scored potentially, we'll say.
Mm-hmm.
4 points, making 137-79. As the pendulum swings, last 3 jams, 14 purple, 3 red. That's last 3 jams. Last 4 jams, 14-7 in favor of the Rosebuds. Clock stops at 17:43. 2 30-minute halves. They're the Junior Roller Derby Association Championships, live from Loveland, Colorado. Thank you for joining us all weekend long, wherever you happen to be. This just the first set of games. Here we have the female division, then open division, 2 games at a time, 2 tracks to watch. Some of you watching in squad mode, so you get to see both games at the same time. Somehow you're able to follow that. Good for you. This is the yellow track, or those of you with the brackets, also known as track 2.
All right, Jawbreaker up against LCU later. Forced out, Jawbreaker forced out there by the Rubinator, and LCU later is through his lead.
2 in a row on lead jam calls for the Rosebuds.
Jawbreakers.
Go ahead. Yeah, first time that's happened in the first 2 jams, I should say. Worth mentioning.
Okay, we have a player down.
And rather quick on the official review call by the Roller Punks as well. So that may be addressed following the injury timeout.
I think they're looking for a back block on Rose City Jammer.
All right, she's up.
On her own, that's always good to see.
You see skaters, referees taking a knee during the injury timeouts. In some busy venues, there are various reasons for that, but in some busy venues, it's so the medics can see where they're going. Also, a sign of respect. Nobody wants to actually, stare. So we also try to avoid that on camera as well whenever possible.
Yeah.
have seen also in other venues where the referees and sometimes coaches will go around and kind of create a wall just for
The privacy that's
Right,
that's
right.
there. Yeah.
had a HIPAA joke to bring up, but I can't tell you.
Nice.
So 17-21 in the game when we pick up again. Rose City up 137 to the Rocky Mountain Roller Punks 79.
So standby, how are you thinking this tournament's been going so far? Second day in now.
Lots of fun and excitement on the first day. Some close games, some surprises, a couple upsets,
Mm-hmm.
a couple potential upsets for teams that ended up making a comeback in the second half. But a lot of these championship level teams, more than in years past, have been playing each other all season long. I think there's only one team out of all 20 that did not play any other championship level teams in the regular season. Other than that, it's been a lot of going around and playing these same teams, getting a feel for them, and also playing the highest level competition, which is good for rankings, good for experience.
Yeah, for sure.
And that includes it. And a lot of this is at what we call tournaments, not really tournaments with brackets, but tournaments where we still call it tournaments where teams will agree to meet up in a particular market and skate for an entire weekend, more or less everybody against everybody, getting all those games on the books. Spring Break Swarm in Tampa, one of those that was streamed live. I know a lot of people watching that, and a number of those teams were present for that one.
Yeah, we have a number of them in the Pacific Northwest too, and it gives the juniors a lot of experience in the tournament style play. And I think a lot of people don't realize how exhausting that can be.
Right. It is endurance. It is endurance, and especially now here at the championship tournament, 2 brackets. There are a number of skaters who play for a female team and an open division team.
Yes. I think we saw a couple yesterday. They go right from one game to the next, so that's got to be tough.
Do it while you're young, I suppose. But no, in particular, and probably most visual there, the attack pack made up of a number of Duval All-Stars for one, but it is also in place with some other teams in other regions.
Yeah, I think Mob City and the Seattle Derby Brass,
Right,
and then
right.
Los Anarchists, and I forget the open division team. But so I guess it gives those kids who are able to make that commitment work a lot more experience.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Here on WFTDA.TV, bring you 2 tracks of action all weekend long. Games will continue, and whenever we reference time, usually starting with Mountain Time, but we have 2 games at once all weekend, except for the 2 championship games will not be played concurrently. We will have one championship game on one track and then another championship game on another track. You won't have to pick. You get to see both championship games in their entirety uninterrupted. Something we started last year.
I know you guys can't see it at home, but both teams seem to be in good spirits, smiling, talking, laughing.
Yeah, weekend's not over yet. I mean, the winner will face Kalamazoo and continue in the battle for, at best, 5th place because both of these teams have previously lost a game. But even the team that comes up short here, their weekend is not over yet. They could play for 7th or 9th, depending on how things go. All positions will be filled, and all of that will end Sunday nights. First, we'll start with the 9th place game, then the 7th, then the 5th, then the 3rd, and then the 2 championship games uninterrupted. So the rest of today will, all teams will continue in that trajectory to decide how things will line up for Sunday.
It appears the review is over. We will share the findings of that when we are made aware.
Well, looks like official review just now. I don't know if it's continuing, ensuing, but more discussions now with the alternate coach for Rocky Mountain. Going over the schedule, if my late night calculations were correct. Okay, well, yeah, we'll look at the brackets here. As we said, the winner of this game will go on at 5 p.m. Mountain Time to meet Kalamazoo. Queen City and Pile of Bones playing on the other track. Winner of that game will face the Foco Spartans. That will also be at 5 p.m. That will be on the pink track. Further up in the brackets, Los Anarchists versus the Duval All-Stars. That would be at 1 p.m. Mountain Time. And the winner of that game will advance to the championship game, as well as the winner of Santa Cruz and Seattle, the Galaxy Girls, 1 p.m. here on the yellow track. So Santa Cruz, Seattle, Los Anarchists, and Duval in the running for first place. The winners will advance to the championship game, and the runners-up will play for third tomorrow. That's the female division.
All right, we've got Ruby Slippers up against Jawbreaker.
Nobody in the penalty box, so... and it appears the official review was lost. So action continues.
And Ruby Slippers through as lead jammer.
In stereo, we're available.
Ruby Slippers around the outside. And calls it.
Oh, and there's an attempt at the whistle, but no. 4 points were scored, 4-0.
That was definitely a good try there. Very close.
Hey, you don't hear the whistle.
Keep going. All right, 16 and a half minutes left in the game. Lady Gotcha up against, I believe that is Reverse Chaology, although the jersey's flipped up a little bit.
Scoreboard operator agrees with you.
And Lady Gotcha through for lead jammer.
4 lead jams in a row for purple.
And that Portland Rosebuds wall holding Reverse Chaology back. Oh, but Reverse Chaology is through. And there, another very close call off, but yep, still not quite.
3 points scored. 144 now, 79.
Now you can hear the coaches screaming as loud as they can, but I've heard from players, even though that sometimes that doesn't work, they can't hear it.
Get in that zone.
Yeah. That's why some of the coaches are positioned around the track, although it doesn't look like Rose City's got anybody. All right, we've got Ghost Pepper taking on Jawbreaker. And Jawbreaker makes it through as lead jammer for Rocky Mountain. And Ghost Pepper is through. Jawbreaker attempts to go through the middle, calls it off.
There have been some coaches in history with a certain pitch of their voice that can reach everybody on the track and in fact beyond, including for Florida fans, Coach Chuck Best. Still remember all my years of shooting derby with Chuck Best right beside the camera. Call it, call it, call it. Everybody could hear, including those outside the building, but it worked it worked coaching wise because everybody was able to hear it and they knew exactly when to call off the jam. Chuck Vest currently traveling with Twiggy the wire skiing squirrel. Wish him well, following on Facebook.
All right, both jammers stuck tight in the walls. We see Lemmy Adam up there trying to help Donut Mess With Me through, and now a hard hit by Newsy to try to play some offense there. And it looks like Donut Mess With Me is through as lead.
That is 5 in a row for Purple.
Both teams one blocker to the penalty box. And Donut Mess With Me calls it.
Crashes into the pack, but nothing for Red. 2 Purple.
All right, Jawbreaker out again against They'll See You Later. We've got 2 Portland blockers in the penalty box and 1 for Rocky Mountain.
6 jam, 13-point rally by the Rosebuds. 13 does not seem like much, but look at the score versus the clock.
They'll See You Later sneaks around on the in. And Jawbreaker makes it through. Oh, a big jump. They'll See You Later. Not calling it at the request of the coaches, so both will pick up 4 there.
Spins, calls off the jam. Any more point? 4 more.
4.
Finished, completed that scoring trip even.
Nice fun race on that last one. It's always fun to see that. All right, at the line, we've got Lady Gotcha up against Reverse Chaology. Each team down 1 blocker. Open, Reverse Chaology getting through with Ferocious taking a penalty. Lady Gotcha through. Ooh, Lady Gotcha sliding around, picking up points with Reverse Chaology caught in the Portland pack. All right, each team, I believe. Oh, no. Rose City picking up an extra point there. So 5 for Rose City, Rocky Mountain 4.
$159.89, 11 minutes to go. The winner will advance to meet Kalamazoo in the battle for 5th.
And Ghost Pepper up against Jawbreaker. Anabolic Rage doing a good job of holding Ghost back. And Jawbreaker making it through his lead jammer.
Jawbreaker's, what, 3rd jam and 4 at least?
Yeah. And there's that signature jump call off there. Rocky Mountain picking up 3 points there. At the line, we've got Reverse Chaology again with Ruby Slippers for the Rosebuds All-Stars. Both teams' walls at full strength.
45 points so far for Jawbreaker.
That's impressive.
About 50% of the scoring.
And Reverse Chaology through his lead. Rocky Mountain doing a good job of slowing Ruby Slippers down. Looks like we've got both packs now stalled there. Multiplayer block called on Anabolic Rage, and Ruby Slippers is through.
And 4 it is, 96 now to 159.
Rocky Mountain fans doing a chant. Can't quite make out what it is, though, but definitely an excited crowd.
Rocky, 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 fight, fight. Is it fight, 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 or might, might, might? If it's fight, 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 you're not supposed to talk about that, but it's fight, fight, fight.
Ah, yeah, I gotcha. Don't want to mess with me. Makes it through quickly. Jawbreaker caught there by Smash Tag, but makes it through. And Ruby Slippers. I'm sorry, Don't Mess With Me, making it through for another pass. Ooh, and will
Looking for points.
they give it to her?
Quick discussion, actually.
And I have to say, I don't know that they saw. 3. Okay.
$163.99. It is 8 minutes to go.
Here, Reverse Chaology up against Lady Gotcha. And sneaks right through a hole, but caught by Ferocious. And Lady Gotcha is lead.
2 Rosebuds in the penalty box.
And Lady Gotcha through for 4. And looks like Portland wants to keep the jam going in order to get maybe 2 of their blockers out of the penalty box. And with 1 coming out, they call it.
$7-4, net 3 for Rose City. 170-103. 7 minutes to go. Up next in the Open Division, Sioux Falls versus Des Moines. Also, Raleigh Junior Rollers versus Tampa.
I think we got Jawbreaker out there again against LCU later. It's Jawbreaker's birthday on July 26th. Happy birthday.
The winner of Sioux Falls and Des Moines will meet the Cherry Bomb Brawlers this evening. The winner of Raleigh versus Tampa Bay Junior Derby All-Stars will meet Capital City later today in the battle for 5th place. The runners-up will contend for 7th or 9th tomorrow. In the Open Division higher up, we have Mob City Misfits versus Philly at 3 p.m. Mountain Time. That would be 5 Eastern and 2 Pacific. At the same time on this yellow track, Diamond City Miners versus the Attack Pack. And again, the winner of Diamond City and the Attack Pack, winner of Mob City and Philly, will advance to the championship game. The runners-up will play for 3rd tomorrow. That is the Open Division.
It looks like Jawbreaker playing a little bit of defense there and tripped up the Portland wall and snuck through. I'll see you later, quickly behind. Picks up 1 point there for Rocky Mountain.
And good sportsing there between the Red Jammer and Purple Pivot at the end of the jam. And yes, 1 point it is now, 104 for the Rocky Mountain Roller Punks, the Mite Club. Against 170 for Rose City from Portland, the Rosebuds and Purple.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of good sportsmanship and camaraderie between the teams. As you were mentioning, they get a lot of chance to play each other throughout the season and get to know each other. And sometimes come across each other in the same hotels, and that's always fun. All right, we got Ghost Pepper up against Reverse Chaology. Both jammers having a hard time getting through, and Reverse Chaology into the penalty box.
That, by our counts, will be it for Reverse Chaology.
Yeah, Ghost Pepper through. This will give Ghost Pepper, I think, maybe the 3rd power jam in this game. Bud's offense trying to make a wall there for Ghost Pepper. Oh, and catastrophic to the box there. Madeline fighting to get past the wall back up to her teammates. And Ghost Pepper through for another 4.
A total now up to 178. 40 seconds remain in the jam.
It looks like Rocky Mountain's trying to run it to stay away from Ghost Pepper. Portland's team holds back to draw it out. Some offense by Rubinator.
Thirteen seconds, 12 seconds, 11 seconds.
Hard hit there by Wee Bonnie Bruiser. Donut caught there by Hannibalic Rage, but gets through for another 4.
And the jam ends on the 2-minute time limit. 4 points added. And that appears to be 16, 186 to 104, under 4 minutes to go.
That was a big one for Purple.
Timeout, Red.
And we have a team timeout being called by Rocky. Devin Williams gets up. Durberdale,
Back to the female division bracket, just joining us. The winner of this game will advance to 5 p.m. Mountain Time to meet Kalamazoo. And the winner of that game will play for 5th tomorrow. Next up, or actually on the other track happening right now, probably about concluding right now, Queen City versus Pile of Bones from Regina, Saskatchewan. Winner of that game will meet the FOCO Spartans from nearby Fort Collins. That will also be at 5 local Mountain Time. Winner of that game will meet the winner of the Kalamazoo and either Rocky Mountain or Rose City game for 5th tomorrow. Further up, the semifinals to watch, and these will be played concurrently at 1 p.m. Mountain Time. Santa Cruz versus Seattle, Los Anarchists versus Duval. The winners will go to the championship game in the female division. The runners-up will play for 3rd. That will be tomorrow afternoon and evening, respectively.
All right, we've
Vice
got
versa.
Jawbreaker up against Ruby Slippers. Both teams, walls are at full strength. Ooh, and both jammers through. Looks like they're giving that to Jawbreaker with Ruby Slippers real close behind. So the Portland team's running it there, giving a chance for Ruby to get through, and she does, with no points given to either team.
Fun to watch, though, but it does eat 30 seconds off the clock, plus the time that was actually in that jam, always 30 seconds between jams.
Yep, with 3 minutes and 10 left, that's not a lot of time to give. Jawbreaker right back out on the line next to Donut Mess With Me. Same, both teams are at full strength. And Donut Mess With Me through his lead jammer. Hannibalic Rage to the penalty box. Donut Mess With Me through as Jawbreaker gets to the Portland pack.
goes outside, bounces inside. Ferocious last line of defense.
Quick hip spin and picks up 4 more points.
And so 8 Rose City, 4 Rocky Mountain, 2:10 to go.
The skaters play on a lot of different types of surfaces. been hearing different things about the venue here. A little slick, kind of normal. Guess it depends on what you practice at home.
Right. You can play on flat track roller or be played on basically any flat, unobstructed surface. And some teams more used to this. Oh, we're going to have a power jam here for Red. Some teams used to this type of floor when they come in, others not so much, but they were allowed time on Thursday to skate on both tracks and get a feel for it.
Yeah, I don't think many people know this about the complexity of making a skate, but you have many different wheel types depending on the skater's preference, their weight, the floor you're on. So I know a lot of skaters brought different skate wheels with them just in case.
Okay, that was the second no pack warning. There we go. When there's no pack, everyone has to make an attempt to correct that.
I'll see you later. Jumps the inside to get through. Oh, Fulagora doing a good job of taking Jawbreaker out.
Jawbreaker up one lap. Well, till now.
And Jawbreaker choosing to not call it. I'll see you later through for another pass.
I'll see you later now up 4. As the game clock expires. 10 seconds in the jam.
Will there be another? Yes, there will.
We'll have the final total for you momentarily, but 16-12 net 4 for Rose City at the moment, and unofficial final 2-10 for Rose City Rosebuds from Portland, Rocky Mountain Roller Punks, the Mite Club with 120.
Yeah, got to give it to both teams. Both played very solid.
And so it appears the Rose City Rosebuds will face Kalamazoo at 5 p.m. Mountain Time. That will be a game to decide which team will move to the 5th place game tomorrow. And there is the final score, 210 to 120. And we're just getting started once again right here at the Junior Roller Derby Association Championship Tournament. Keep watching both tracks right here at WFTDA.tv.